Hello. We are going to a Stormblood dungeon. It's a big deal. We're fighting for Mhigo here. Mhigo. This is an updated guide. They recently changed up some of the Stormblood stuff when they added the NPC support, and so I'm just running it again with NPCs and showing some of the new mechanics, if there are any. Sometimes they don't have to fix up that much, and other times they revamp an entire fight, and so we'll take a look. So here I'm going to pick up all these ads. I'm going to make my way up the stairs. It's kind of a difficult pull because like this dude is going to stop and do these line AoEs, and so if your NPC friends end up attacking that one a lot, you can lose aggro. But I try to keep going and pull all this stuff, keeping an eye on my party members in this thing, and then watch out for AoEs from the other thing. It's kind of a lot, and see, like, I'm trying to line of sight the enemies. I'm trying to get them to follow me. So then these guys will follow me, so then I can also, you know, get some heals. Okay, when I run up here, the other dudes will jump over, and so this is going to be the entire water wall pool, the first pool. It's kind of a lot, so yeah, like, if you're not into doing water wall pool, it's totally fine to take it slower, but I wanted to see if I could manage it. Yeah, so this one, see, that one's just like wandering around. It's because it will target like a random person with stuff, and because Alphanod's like hanging out over there, this thing like moves like back there, and so just be aware of that. And then watch out for all these line AoEs. I actually forgot I already have this footage, and so I ran this a bit today, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pull the entire thing, like, just because I usually always try to do water wall pulls, and I was like, wow, I'm pretty good at this. I'm impressed with myself. I was like, I didn't die at all. It looked like I was gonna die, but I didn't. So since that was the situation, we're gonna watch it because okay. I think in the other one I kept trying to do the water wall pull, and I kept like dying because of all this fussiness, and so I think I kept resetting the guide. But yeah, see, I'm going back, and there's one thing attacking Alpha, but I'm like making sure to pick up everything. So it seems like it's a lot of messiness, but I had it under control, you know what I'm saying? It's still all red over here. And I was like, we're just going, you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Got this pillar and flag in the way. I'm like, no, let's just go. Yeah. In this instance, I got all the NPCs happen to get up this thing instead of like down the stairwell. And so that makes it easier because then now all of this stuff will just stay here instead of like go down the stairs. Yeah, but Alpha went back down the stairs. I don't know. He does his own thing. Okay, but yeah. So there we go. So that's kind of what it looks like. Kind of looks like a mess, but if you know what you're doing, you can just keep it all contained and stuff. Okay? Alright. Just gonna close that up. We don't need that anymore. Once we take care of that set of ads, this thing is gonna explode. There's this person helping us. Then we're gonna go over here. You gotta be careful after you go up these stairs because there's gonna be these things that zoom down, these guys. So you wanna stand like along the edge over here. Let's see. See, they will do line AoEs down here. I guess you can walk along this side too if you want, but this is like closer. So I'm gonna walk into this thing just to see what happens. If you get hit with it, you take some damage and you also get knocked backwards. I remember this one time. Okay, also I'm going all the way to the wall here and just picking up all the dudes that like go up this barricade thing. This one time I ran this dungeon and I think the healer was new and they got hit with these dudes when they like zoomed through, and then somehow things just kept falling apart and then we wiped at this point, and I wasn't confused about why, like in terms of, I wasn't trying to be judgmental of like, wow, we like wiped at the second pool, but I was more just like, wait, hold up, how did that happen? And so I happened to be recording that one for like a different video thing, and yeah, I noticed that the healer stood in a bunch of stuff. I think the tank probably like also was new, and that gave me a lot more perspective. Like, if the healer's disconnecting and then they're standing and stuff, and then the tank is new and so they're not as comfortable or aren't as aware of how to use mitigations and stuff, then all sorts of things could happen. And so yeah, that was interesting. If I'm running with someone who's new to tanking, depending on what my job is, I'll usually play a little differently. So like, if I'm a healer, I'll heal them more so they feel more comfortable and not feel like they're dying. If I'm playing as DPS, I might like kind of, you know, I would wait more for things, or like jump near certain areas to indicate, oh, we're gonna go this way kind of thing. So I think having more experience and learning how other people play is pretty helpful. Just so then you don't become judgmental and then everyone gets upset. Okay, electromagnetic field. This is going to be a raid wide. Here we go. Okay. Target search. There's going to be 2 AoEs for this first set. Oh, okay. Alphanaut has one of them. So this thing will follow a person. So right now it's following Roban. And then eventually it will plant itself. Okay, it'll follow you for a while and it'll plant itself. Okay, when it has these darker red arrows on it, that means it planted itself. So the other one's back there with Alphanaut. And those will explode. And so you want to make sure you don't stand in them. If you do stand in them, you get a burn. For this one, though, the boss, while this thing is happening, the boss is going to do this thing called tail laser. And it will have this line AoE just going across the stage. So you want to avoid that. Okay, it lasts for a while. If you stand in it, you'll get continuously hit and stuff. So make sure you dodge it and stay out of it for the duration of the attack. Raid wide. Target search, okay, we're gonna get that AoE thingy again. Okay, this time it's on all 4 of us, and so it's gonna follow me, and at some point it's gonna plant itself, and it's just gonna stay there. And so, watch out for this line AoE. Okay, so you stand in the puddle, you get burned. It doesn't last for too long, but if you're getting hit with all sorts of other things, it doesn't help at all. So yeah, you can avoid it. Okay, so again, we got more of these circles following us. So just move it away from everyone else. let it plant somewhere and then avoid it, and then just avoid this thing. The line AoE.
This one's for you, Ada.
Raid Void. Raid Void. Raid Void.
Here it comes. Take this.
Target search. Okay, so it's just for repeating the mechanics now. Let it follow you for a bit. Let it plant itself. Avoid the line AoE from the tail thingy. And you should be good. I try to avoid stepping in this. Robon, how could you? You're getting burned, man. Cool. We did it. This next pool is kind of spicy. So if you're gonna do a water wall pool, it's a tricky business. Let's see how it shapes up here. 'Cause it's a long run, and like I've said in other guides, whenever it's a very long path, generally the NPCs will not be close enough because they can technically still see the ads. Right, watch out for the circle AoEs. It's also a very light color here, so it might be hard to see AoEs and stuff. Yeah, okay, so I died there. I didn't have enough heals there. That's fine. So yeah, this is also why I mentioned, like, if I remembered running into this and then having the healer that was disconnecting and stuff and dying, and then the tank that was new. I think running this dungeon is pretty good for practicing tanking, especially if you're running with NPCs, just because of the fact that it does hit pretty hard, and like the ads and stuff, and so you can get used to running and keeping control of the pack and avoiding all these AoEs and stuff, and then also being mindful of where your party is. Like, those are all very good skills to have as a tank. Okay, I'm not gonna try pulling all these things. Lisa's dying. She's probably stepping in a bunch of AoEs back there. And so as I was doing all this, I was like, okay, I gotta figure it out. There's gotta be a way to do this. So yeah. If you want to practice tanking, this is a good place to do it. Because you gotta figure out how to pull everything without dying along the way. And then making sure your healer's close enough. And also spacing out your mitigations so that you have enough for the duration of the pool. And just in general, being more familiar with the dungeon itself, so you know where to go. So for this one, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait until I get to this last area, and then I'm gonna use my invuln. So I'm close to dying, but I'll maximize my invuln, and then I can grab everything. Hopefully Alphanod is close enough. Okay, Alphanod's like right here. We do have somebody down, but I'm gonna keep trying. I was pretty stubborn about this one. Okay. So I died again. I think this is gonna happen a few more times, so if you want to skip ahead, it's cool, but I'm gonna watch this out. I recorded this like a month or two ago, and so it's all coming back to me. The stubbornness. But this is what you gotta do if you really want to get better. Like, you don't have to do this. You could totally just do the pulls like one by one, like take it easy. That's totally fine. No one's gonna judge you for that. Well, some people judge just because they're judgmental people, but you know, it's cool. But like, if you have intentions to be better at your job and stuff, then this is the kind of thing that you'll have to go through. Just like training, practicing yourself, like running these things, putting yourself in difficult situations like this, and learning how to figure out how to do it. My whole thing before was I was just relying on Alphinaud to heal me. But then I was like, okay, I'm going to start kiting more. I'm going to start healing myself. Because as Paladin, I can. So I started trying to do that. Died again. Let's go, we can do it. The thing is, I can't stop Lise from like standing in AoEs and stuff. And generally what happens is when the NPC stands somewhere near an AoE, they'll dodge the first one, but they'll wait for it to go off, and if there's another one right next to them or like on top of them, they don't move again until the first one like exploded. And so keeping that in mind, it's kind of like if all these ads are dropping AoEs on the stairwell and then the NPCs are running through it, then I can't really do that much about that. So like I'm gonna pause here and see if they like stop. And then, okay, so Lise didn't take the hit again like she did before. So I think they didn't just stand over there. So I was like, okay, maybe that's fine. Okay, so I decided to not pull the second pack over there. Or the third pack, I mean. I just kept it here. Alphinaud is already still struggling with this, so... Yeah, and then I just started healing myself. Oh yeah, also, the tricky thing, I play on controller. And so, sometimes playing with the NPCs, I accidentally target them. And that's a little frustrating. You can change that in your settings, though, to not target NPCs. But yeah, here I noticed definitely Alphinaud was barely able to keep me alive, even with me healing myself here. Well, I mean, I'm alive now, but like I could see how difficult it was with that, and so I was like, okay, never mind. I don't think he can technically manage it with this other pack. So yeah, you know, kind of testing the limitations of the NPCs is kind of what I do. Okay, I did notice that there were some green ones over here, so I turned my camera like, oh my goodness. Alphinaud, he's over there getting attacked by the pigs and he's not coming over here. So then I went over there. This guy. I don't remember the older version of this being this chaotic with the little pigs. Or the pugs, maybe. Oh my god. The pugs. So I feel like they changed this part. Like, they changed this pool. I remember the pugs would run at you once you got down to the down the stairs. But I don't remember there being this many of them. As a raging bull, okay. Okay, cool. Finally we did it. Like, I guess I could have pulled that other pool, that last pool with all the pigs up here. But yeah, there's a lot in general to deal with. Watch out for the AoEs. Watch out for the long AoEs too. This one would be an interesting one to practice healing for too, I guess. Like if the tank is pulling everything, like how could you manage that? Like, would constantly healing be the way, or would going in as white mage and spamming holy so everything gets stunned for a while be the way, you know, so then the tank's not getting attacked as much? There's different ways, you know. Yeah, this is the final dungeon for Stormblood, right? Yeah, and then it would just be post Stormblood stuff. And so, yeah. Oh yeah, watch out for that. It's gonna break the gate for us, but you can still get damage from it. Treasure chest. Moving into post Stormblood stuff, and then eventually like Shadowbringers, things are definitely gonna start stacking up. Like get a little more difficult. So getting into practice. This dude's sitting in the chair. Wow, that actually looks like a very comfortable chair. Okay. Okay, mana burst. It's gonna be our raid wide. Order to charge.
Away with you.
We got these bits here. Order to fire. So the bits are gonna fire now. Okay, so they got these big AoEs, so I want to get out of those. Okay. So after the AoEs explode, we got these bigger rings, so stay in a clear spot. Magitech Disruptor. Okay, so at this point we all get stunned, so we can't move. And then there's this animation thing. He's going to do this mind jack thing. Pushes us away. So it's like a knockback. So we're technically stunned, and we have this debuff called out of body. So like literally my body is here, and like so my soul is here. It's kind of thing. And that's happening to everybody else too. Unable to execute action, and out of body spirit and body are temporarily destroyed. Yeah. So with these bits that are out here, they're gonna do these blue line AoEs. You want to dodge all of those while also trying to get back to your body, the empty vessel. Okay. So Mind Jack is going to push us away. We're tethered to our body. Oh, you see it fell down. We fell down. We're on the ground now. So you want to get back to your body and avoid getting hit with these blue line AoEs. So I'll wait a little bit. Try to get over there. There we go. Once you get to your body, you'll be fettered for a moment and you have a bit of invisibility. This is just like the transition phase from where your body combines. There we go. I come back to life. Great. So that's how you handle that. They really changed that up because the old version of this dungeon was a bit more chaotic than that. Okay, mana versus the raid light. Order to charge. So we got the bits out again. Order to fire. Gotta watch out for this. Okay, so we've got this variation. There's circle AoEs around, and then there's like this wider ring of an AoE. So you got a big clear spot right here. I'm gonna stand in one to see how much damage you take. 2k. And then we've got circle AoEs around us. Ooh, and a bunch of rings. Okay, so definitely keep this away from everyone else, and then avoid these rings. Probably trying to see how much you take. Yeah. Okay. Which one was it though? Aetherochemical Granado. Which one goes first? Okay, so the AoE that everybody gets is this one. So 700, and then the big ring. Ooh, that one does more damage. Okay, so you want to try to avoid that.
This one's for you, Ada.
Mana versus the raid ward. Cool. grab these adds and pull them to one of these things on the side and use my AoE move on that just to be a little efficient here. We're gonna have to break these magic tech laser fields to get through this wall. It has a nice effect to it, doesn't it? There's also like just stuff getting shot at us like randomly, so if you're healing this, make sure you're keeping track of people's health and stuff. See, there's like magic users over on this side across the way. Okay, grabbing all these. There's a treasure coffer here if you want it. And then this group here. This one does a huge circle AoE, so watch out for that. It's pretty immediate once it lands that. So you can park it here, or you can keep going all the way up here. Oh, there's a big AoE from that other one. So if you're straggling behind, watch out for that. Okay, yeah, see this one does like a huge AoE. So I'm bringing all of this to this laser field thingy, just to try to be a little more efficient. And watch out for the AoE. It's a big pool. Whoa, camera clipped in there. Sweet. Okay, up here we've got these two big dudes. Okay. With these ones, whenever you see them, they do those really big line AoEs, the exhaust thing, so we gotta be careful with that. So here we go, see, there's one, there's one. So we gotta be pretty quick to dodge out of those. Okay, there's some cones and there's some line AoEs. Okay. Final fight. Xenos. Xenos? Xenos? I don't remember how to pronounce his name. I waved him. Okay. So we're gonna turn it around. And let us begin. Notice the stage is now circular. Okay. Art of the Storm. This has like lightning stuff and it's kind of a circular thing. Don't really want to stand in that, but I'm standing in it just to see. So if you get hit with Art of the Storm, you take 3,700 and you get paralyzed. Okay, so you can see how far the NPCs went out. It's just, yeah, like around here. So yeah, so here, yeah, about that big. Okay, so when he says kill, that is the indication that he's about to do this thing, the tank buster. So see how many times he slices at me. Like the only indication you get from that is when Zenos says kill here. Like very quietly says it, but yeah. There we go. So make sure, so this is your cue to like mitigate. Art of the Swell. So this one is the green one, and there's like wind stuff. Okay, so it's different than the lightning one. And this one is gonna knock us backwards because that's what wind does. And we all stood closer to him so that when we get knocked backwards, we don't get tossed into this like red stuff out here. Okay, so if you were like around here, you probably would have gotten caught in this thing. Of course, I'm gonna walk into it just so I know what happens. And by of course I mean because that's what I do when I make guides. But yeah, you don't have to go run into this. You get a damage down, so that means you won't do as much damage, and you'll also get this bleed. Okay, so the bleed goes away once you leave the thing, but the damage down stays. Okay, now this next one, Art of the Sword. It's a red color and it's got this like swirly stuff. This one, I've got this thing. I think this one probably follows this. It's like a T shape. Yeah, I think this one actually targets us, each of us, and we all just happen to be in that configuration. Oops, spoilers. Hang on, let's see that again. Oh wait. Art of the Swell. Sword. Line AoE target at each player. Do not stack or you will be. Yeah, okay. So, as long as you are not standing like close to other people, then this T shape is probably the best configuration. So that, you know, this one is going this way. If I was standing near these, then it would probably overlap and then we'd both get hit with stuff. So yeah, this is probably the best configuration. We'd all get hit with it, but at least we're not getting hit with multiple of them. So that one will follow you. Okay, he's doing the kill thing, so I'm gonna get hit multiple times with this unmoving Troika thing. Oh, his buff. The true power of Ameno Habakiri is unleashed. Okay. Is that his sword? I think this is sword. Okay. Here, there are other copies of him around the stage. Vein Splitter, alright, so get out of this. immediately after, we've got these the clones doing the same thing. So we get out of the next set too. Okay, somebody is tethered right here. And that tethered person, yeah, is like straight up getting attacked here. We've got this cone AoE that is targeting the person who was tethered. And so what Roban did was, you know, go over here and then target it over that way. And do you have time to get out of the way? I think you do. Yeah. So you can plant, once the AoE plants itself, then you can get out of the way. Like, Roban, move that way. Kill is the tank buster. Concentrativity. Jeez, that's a long word. This is the raid wipe. Okay, our other swells is the knockback, so stand close so you don't get knocked to the edge of the stage. Oh. We didn't get hit with that. Well, probably because we had shields. Right? Hang on. Yeah, oh, good for you, Alphanaut. We got big shields. So if you don't get hit, if you don't take any damage from the thing, then technically you don't, you know, you didn't get hit, so you don't get the knockback either. Good job, Alphanaut. Alphano? I don't remember how to pronounce his name. Okay, this is the rude way. Okay, the clones are out. And then we've got other people tethered here. Art of the Swell is the green one, so this is going to be the knockback one. Okay, these ones are doing AoEs, and then these ones are tethered. So, okay, there's a few things happening here. Alphanaut gets knocked back. I do not get knocked back because I didn't take any damage from that. So, because Lise was here, and when she gets knocked back over here. And so after she lands over here, the tether thing that she has will point the AoE over here. Roban was over here and he got knocked back that way, so he'll point his tether away too. I just didn't move because I didn't get hit with a thing. But if I did get hit with a thing, then I would have gone into this AoE and I would have to dodge out of that real quick. So like if I was standing here and I got hit over here, I'd have to quickly run out of this AoE. Okay? So, so there we go. This explodes. This thing, the tethered people get their AoEs out, and so then they can move out of there. And then now, the main boss is doing Art of the Sword. And so this is going to target everybody with the line AoE. Okay, see, so this is where it's a little dangerous, right? Like, Roban was here, I didn't see him there, I didn't see the camera move quick enough, and so it kind of overlaps him. And so, well, it also overlapped me, so we both took 2 hits of that. Art of the Sword. So I'm here, but see, I take multiple hits of it. I almost even stood in Alphanaut's, and Roban has 2 over here too. Oh, you can't really see because of the chat boxing, but yeah. Roban takes some hits. It's not too bad, but yeah, if your healer is not up to par with keeping you up, then that can be a little dangerous. Okay, at this point, you cannot attack the main boss, but we've got these swords around that you can attack. Okay, and then we've got the clones out doing these moves. Okay, so the red one is the one that does the line AoE ones. The blue lightning one is the circle AoE. And then the green one is the knockback one. So I'm just trying to attack these swords, but yeah, like we spread ourselves out. So there, like I didn't end up getting hit with this because I had a shield, but there. Alphinaud's here, Ruben's there. So we're all spread out enough so we don't take multiple hits of this. And this one went off. We're all fine because we're not over there. But then the last one, you gotta be careful if there's someone over there. There happens to not be a clone over there, and so we were okay. Alright. So here, like during this phase, see, we get the swords, but there's only the clones over here. So we have to watch out for the line AoEs and the circle AoE. Yeah, they're gonna go attack this one while I work on this one. Okay, so now we, like, Zenos is like yelling all this stuff, and so now we get a phase where there's another set of clones doing their thing. So we're gonna get a knockback, and then there's also a circle AoE over here. There, so I got hit with a knockback because the knockback went over there, and then you don't want to hang out over here. I believe you can use your knockback prevention if you time it well enough, so then you can just stay over it. Like if you're attacking one of these other swords, you can just stay over there. Or you can position yourself, like I could have stood over here. Oh well, actually, I think everyone else ran towards that clone. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they ran towards the clone to ride the knockback. So you can do that or use knockback prevention right here. So then you don't get hit with the outside thing.
Feel the strength?
Okay, so when he goes to those swords, we already destroyed them, so we don't take that much damage from all this stuff. See his attack, like, we did fine enough here. So when he gets Stormswell Sword, which is the names of all the swords, we don't take that much damage, so we're good. I was reading all their things. Leave the healing to me. I'm not losing to you again. This suffering is my strength. Okay. Alright, someone's using the limit break now. How glorious the violence. Okay. They're all chatting before the end of the fight. And that last one would have been a raid wide. We did it! Cool. Stormblood done, am I right? Is that it? Hey, look, he's just hanging out over there. Hello. There's actually a little bit more after this, so enjoy your cutscene. Bye.